Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. The movie is called A Quiet Place. And when you go see it and you get scared as hell, there's one person you can blame for that. This gentleman right here, John Krasinski.
Me, yes.
I couldn't help but be fascinated. Your wife has already given birth to 2 children, and then you put her through this.
Yeah, you got to do one more. You know, it's got to be a fake one, but it's got to be. No, it was one of the more intense experiences, I think, to watch her go through that. And only someone like Emily can pull that off so gracefully. She knew exactly what to do. It was one of the more intense things to be around her while she was doing it. But it was just so incredible to have those scenes in the script become fully realized by her.
What is your own relationship to the horror genre? We were talking before, and I think what's fascinating, like Get Out did last year, you're playing with the model a little bit, the rules that we were used to.
That's awesome. So nice of you to say. I mean, to me, the horror genre, I was scared of everything as a kid. So I mean, I am not a horror guy. I'm too much of a scaredy cat. And then yet I got to say, getting to watch all these movies before directing this, you know, my connection with it was, I'm a family guy, and I connected to the family in this movie. And then all the scary stuff came secondarily, and it was so exciting to play with. But for me, you know, being a guy who hadn't seen a lot of horror movies, watching all these horror movies leading up to this movie, I started finding all my new favorite films. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was missing. I mean, you know, from The Witch to Get Out to It Follows to Don't Breathe, like all these movies are so incredibly well shot, The Babadook, things like that. It's like well shot, beautiful storytelling, and now my new favorite movie.
And two, I mean, while we watch this movie, I mean, obviously it plays as a horror film, but it's at the core and center, it's a family drama.
Well, that's
and
what,
yeah,
exactly.
About what a father is willing to do to protect his children.
Well, that's really awesome. That's exactly why I connected to the script. So, you know, I remember somebody came up to me last night and said, I wouldn't have thought of you as a horror guy. And I said, yeah, I connected about it. You know, this family going through something is what we had just had our second daughter. And when I read the first script by Beckham Woods, and it was this thing where I connected to this idea of what would you really do for your kids. And I fell in love with this script, and I fell in love with the idea, and I got to do a rewrite on it and direct this, you know, basically this giant metaphor for how I felt what parenthood was. And then the idea of these creatures, you know, it became a metaphor for that moment you have to let your kids go out into the world.
And thank you for teaching me. Now I know in sign language that's stop.
Exactly.
So I know this. How intriguing was that for you to learn this other language?
Well, I'm sure you can see, it's like, we had learned sign language as kids, you know, very basically, you know, in like elementary school. And yet, when you see someone like Millie deliver these lines to, not on camera, to her mom, have these conversations, it is one of the most beautiful languages you'll ever, you know, experience in your life, because it feels so poetic, it feels so artistic, it's like painting or something. So getting to do that and getting to learn it was so exciting. One of my biggest regrets of the movie is that I didn't learn more. I mean, we got to talk, you know, learn little bits to talk to Millie off camera, and then on camera, obviously, we learned all our lines. But it is so beautiful and so moving. I will absolutely be pursuing learning that now.
And is it going to be a rider in your contract from now on? No shoes?
Yeah, no shoes.
No shoes.
Yeah, no shoes. That's the only way to shoot a movie now.
But that little secret, if you could just share with the viewers in Germany about how you kind of did a little trick.
Yeah, so we had bare feet for most of the movie, and then anytime, you know, we were stepping into a river or running through a cornfield where there may be things that might not be great for your feet, we had fake feet. We had these giant silicone feet that went over your feet and up to your knee, so they were like boots. And on camera, they look great. And if you saw me right now and I was wearing them, you'd think I was a hobbit.
So, Lord of the Rings, Part 6.
Yeah, exactly.
That's coming
Here
up.
I come.
John, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you,
Terrific
Scott. I
movie.
really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
This is Scott Orlin. Until next time.
See you guys.